What's going on, guys? Real quick, well, not real quick, because this might take some time, but I wanted to just make a video real quick. I want to talk about issues that we deal with in life, right? And how we deal with these issues. We all go through stuff, right? We all have negative situations that happen to us, around us, whatever, whether it's because of us or not. We all have situations that happen, right? We all have these negative things that happen. And here's the thing, though. Most people who come in contact or who have negative situations happen to them, they either ignore it, they run away from it, or they mask it, with something. Now, what am I trying to say? In order to fix a problem that you're having, in order to fix the negative situations you're going through, you have to, when a problem arises, when an issue arises, you have to, in my experience, and I feel like, it'll be the same for a lot of people, you have to attack it. You have to handle it right then and there. Okay? You can't wait. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't wait till, oh, you know what, later on tonight, when I get some free time, I'll go handle that issue, or I'll go talk to that person, or I'll go fix that mistake I made. No, you need to do it right here, right now. As soon as it comes, you need to handle it. All right? The more time you spend waiting to fix something, waiting to address something, waiting to give your attention to something, the more time you waste, the longer it takes you to do that, the harder it's going to be to fix the problem. Okay? Yes, you can wait until later on tonight to deal with the issue that just happened, to talk to the person or whatever, but it's going to be a lot harder for you and for them. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to still be in that you still have to be in that mind state, that you were in when it happened, to have those thoughts and those feelings. That way you can communicate it properly, and you won't be mistakenly saying something, or you won't be assuming something. You know what I'm saying? So if you wait till later on tonight to fix that problem, you're not in the same mindset you were 10 hours ago, 15 hours ago, or if it was yesterday. You're not in that same mindset. You might, yes, you remember the situation and you remember the feelings, but you're not 100% feeling them right now. You know what I'm saying? So when you do try to communicate or do try to address that situation, you're not going to have your 100% in it. So therefore, you won't have 100% going to it. Therefore, you won't have 100% of it being fixed, if that makes sense. Okay? So you handle it right here, right now. That way, everything is for sure. Everything is fresh. There is no mistakes. There is no, oh, are you sure it was like that? Or are you sure you didn't take it? No, right here, right now, this just happened. Let's handle it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you have to be with all situations in life. Yes, some situations are going to happen where you can't address it in the moment for whatever reason. Oh, before I get onto that, though, I want to go back. Another reason why it's good to address the situation now and not later, I said because later you won't be in the mind state, but also the person or whoever else is involved, they won't also be in the mind state. You know what I'm saying? When someone does something right here, right now, that's negative to you, you can address them about it, and since it's just happened, it's still fresh for them. So it's easier for them to be like, oh shoot, my bad, you're right. Now, I'm not saying that they're all gonna do that, but it's way easier for them to do it at that point than hours and hours later when they have forgotten about the situation. And most likely, if they're the one who caused it and they haven't done anything yet, they probably don't care, or probably didn't see it, or didn't even know that it happened. So for you to come now hours and hours later, bro, they're not even in the same mindset anymore. So they're probably gonna look at you like, what the freak are you talking about? Like, bro, what? And they might get in defense mode and be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because so much time has passed. So that's why it's also bad for the other people involved as well. And all of y'all need to do it right here, right now. But damn, what was I just saying before I backtrack to that? Oh, yes, some situations are going to happen where you can't address it right here, right now for whatever reason. Whether, maybe whatever you're doing in the moment is taking priority, so you can't really address it. I think still you should throw whatever you can towards it. Like, okay, you can't give your 100% to it right now, but give something, even if it's 5%. Give something. That way you're aware that it needs to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And the other people are aware that it needs to be dealt with, and it lessens the amount of confusion later. You know what I'm saying? Because then they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. You're right. My bad. You did tell me about it, and we didn't get to talk about it, but now we can talk about it, if that makes sense. Yeah, man, you have to address issues right here, right now. It's the best way, man. It's the best way. Whether it's an issue with your car, a check engine light comes on. We all know, right? Let's be honest. All of us drive, or if you don't drive, you have driven before. And if you haven't been in a situation, I'm pretty sure you've heard people talk about it or been around someone who has. When that check engine light comes on your car, right? Whether it's an old car or a new car, if it's an old car, you probably should take it a lot more seriously. But when that check engine light comes on, right? Isn't it smart? Okay, it's not something major. It's not like a flat tire. It's not a whatever. It's something that you can honestly continue going on about your day and not have to worry about right here, right now. But when that light comes on, what is that light? That light it's an alert. It's letting you know, hey, there's a problem that needs to be handled. And it's giving you the option. It's not telling you this, but it's giving you the option. You can either address it now. That's why I gave you the warning. So you can address it now, or you can wait till later, and I'll still have my sign up letting you know that there's an issue, but the sooner the better. It just makes sense. Why would you let an issue prolong? Why would you let it go on longer than it needs to? It can get worse. It can have a snowball effect and get worse, right? More things can be added to it, and usually when there's one problem that happens, it's not just one thing. It's multiple things working together that create this one issue. Okay? So, that light comes on and you don't want to deal with it right now because you don't have the time or whatever excuse you come up with. That's fine. Now, that one problem though, remember the car is not a one thing, it's a bunch of things working together that make this one thing that it looks like one thing to us, right? That one issue that the car is trying to warn you about, it's down. And on a team, when one man is down, doesn't that bring down everybody else? Yeah, you can be like, oh, well, he sucks anyway, and he's not that strong, so losing him really doesn't affect the team, and we can still win. Yeah, you might be right, but bro, as a whole, you're not winning. What's that one line? An army is as strong as its weakest soldier. I was in the army, right? And when we used to do PT in the morning, when we went running and stuff, anytime there was someone that fell back, someone who was out of shape or whatever, for whatever reason, they fell back and they were slowing down, you know what they made us do? They made us turn around. Everybody, even the person way up front who is winning, everybody had to turn around together and go behind the slow person so that way we can help them go faster. And if they end up not going faster, then we all just gonna be at the same pace. But the thing is that we're all a team and we work together. And when one person fails, the rest come to aid, to help. A lot of people don't like doing that, but that's how the bigger picture gets fixed. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to address that one situation that your car is warning you about. Okay, well, just so you know, that one situation is a part of other situations. So if you don't handle him, eventually the rest of the car is going to come back around, just like the army did, and they're going to go up under that lagging person to help try to push him. And now in cases like this, it probably won't be pushed. And if it does get pushed, it's going to get broken more. So then what happens? The whole car as a whole, ends up breaking down because that one piece that didn't want to fix itself or that you didn't want to fix brought the rest down. Because without that one piece, there can't be the whole. Okay? I'm trying my best to not drift off and stay on topic, but I keep forgetting what the hell I'm trying to say. This happens often, so I'm still dealing with this. But I think you guys get what I'm saying. When the issue happens, handle it as quick as possible, okay? And if there's other things going on that don't allow you to handle it as quick as you would have, then you need to do everything in your power to make sure you handle it as soon as you get the time. ASAP. Okay? It's your responsibility. It's not your car's responsibility to give a secondary warning light, right? You can go ahead, turn off that light or whatever. You can put a little paper over it so you don't see that light, because a lot of people do stuff like that in life. But you're only hurting yourself when you're delaying what's going to already happen. The only reason we don't handle issues when they arise is what? Let's be honest. We have to be honest, man. That's another thing. In order to better yourself, in order to get out of the negative and get into the positive in whatever area of life you're trying to do that in, you have to be honest with yourself. You got to keep it real. You got to be true to yourself. You can't lie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to lie, and we lie a lot to ourselves more than we do to others, whether you want to acknowledge that or not, okay? You need to be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to be honest with other people. Sometimes you might be, but in reality, it doesn't matter, because you need to be honest with yourself, and that's the only way the issues get fixed. Because if you lie to somebody else about an issue that you're having, they cannot help you. Yes, it takes away, you know, the negative feelings that you would have felt by telling them, which is not really negative, but bro, you're delaying the inevitable. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, what was I saying just now? Fudge. Hold on, I gotta think real quick. I don't know, but you gotta handle these situations when they happen. All right, it's the best way. You have to handle these situations when they happen. You have to be honest with yourself. Okay, you're not gonna improve. You're not gonna progress in life. You're not going to move forward. You're not going to progress in life if you don't deal with what's going on now and what was going on before that is rolling over to what's going on now. Okay? Like if you don't pay your bill, right? Let's talk about it. Let's use another way of seeing this, like a phone bill. You don't pay, you got a phone bill this month and you don't pay it, right? What happens? It doesn't just go away and then you just pay next month's bill. No, it rolls over. They're going to be like, oh, AT&T, T-Mobile, whoever you got, Verizon, they're going to call you up. They're going to be like, bro, you didn't pay last month's bill for your phone, so you have to pay this month's and last month, so it's doubled, right? They don't just forget it and let it go. No, they make sure, you see what I'm saying, it rolls over. That's how issues are in life too. If you don't handle this one issue now, right here, you can run away from it all you want. Eventually, you're going to have to deal with it. And in most cases, it's going to be bigger than what it was when it first happened. Okay? And I remember what I was saying before. Damn, that shit was right in my head. Damn. While we're on the topic, positive thoughts at all times. You better stop playing yourself. It's a lifestyle. It's a new way of living. It's not just a saying or a quote. But, damn, what was I just saying? I have it like in my head. And oh, the reason why many of us don't handle issues right here and right now. Let's be honest. What's the reason why we don't handle issues right here and right now? Because we're scared to. We're scared of what? We're scared of, first of all, we're scared of knowing the truth. And the truth is that, hey, we got a problem here. All right? And it needs to be addressed. We're scared of that. We're scared of responsibility. We're scared of anything. We're scared of what we might have to do after knowing. Because there's this one saying that I heard before, and I forgot where I got it from, but I never forgot it. Information brings obligation. Negative, positive, whatever it is. Information brings obligation. When you know about stuff, it's very hard to ignore. That's why most people would rather just not know about things and live in la la land, live in, what is it? Ignorance is bliss? Bro, it's not. Ignorance is a trap, my dude. You are trapping yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I used to live like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people, I've had some people in real life and on the internet tell me that, you know, I act as if I'm perfect. Bro, no. A lot of the stuff I do and I say is because I was the opposite. And now I have fixed that issue. And now I see it from a higher point of view. And I know that, damn, I used to think those ways were right. I used to think doing that was right, was the right way, was a way that made sense. But now that I know better, I do better. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm not just, I didn't read a book and then now I know this stuff and I'm trying to broadcast it out there, which isn't a bad thing because that's also a good thing. people can do that if they're trying, if their heart's in the right place, and what they're trying to do is positive, then there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of what I do is from me. I don't, when I read now I read a lot, but that's not how I got my information. Honestly, how I got most of my information and my insight is because I started going to my mental health doctor, right? Like 2 years ago. They've been trying to get me, I just never went. But my mental health doctor is the one who helped me understand everything that I already knew about. Like, I knew everything that I'm saying right now. I just didn't want to accept it. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to follow it because it was too hard. I didn't want the commitment. I was lazy. I thought I knew the best way of doing things, and I want to do it my way. Blah blah blah. I didn't want to hear opinions. I didn't want to. People have always been reaching out to me. You know what I'm saying? If you look back in your life, you can see the good and the bad and how things started and why they happened. You can. Yes, you can. But the thing is, you have to not be scared of looking in the past. That's another thing. Like, a lot of us are scared to look in the past because there's a lot of dark shit, right? Let's be honest. The past of us, the past of our parents, the past of people in general, the past of this world. That's why, that's why things don't get handled, because people don't want to go backwards, and they feel that, hey, if I just act like it didn't happen, then it didn't happen. But in reality, it did happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm going to say this, but this is no way to make this person feel negative or bash them in any way or anything. But my own mother, growing up, she didn't know, okay? She didn't know. She did the best that she could. So when she raised me and my sister, she raised us in ways that she thought would be beneficial for us. But in reality, my mom is the type of person to ignore things, and if she didn't see it, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's because I've seen it growing up, but I also know that, now I'll tell her certain things, and she'd just rather not know, and she'd just rather look the other way. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's honestly, it is something wrong with it, but it doesn't make these people bad. It doesn't make her bad, okay? She just doesn't know, she didn't know, and she's not ready to know, okay? Just like how some of us are when these situations happen, these negative situations happen. We would rather not know because we feel like we don't want to deal with the stuff that we're going to deal with. A lot of us are scared of commitment, but it's crazy because we're committed to things in life that hurt us. You know what I'm saying? We're all committed to things in life that hurt us, and it's crazy that we won't commit to things in life that help us. Think about that for a second. We commit to things in our life that hurt us. It's crazy that we don't commit to things in our life that help us. It's not all our fault, though, because we were also raised up by people who didn't know, by a society who was misled. So we're listening to people who have been, lied to themselves, and that's what I'm saying. It's not their fault, but the fault begins once you come to realization, and then you choose to not take action. Now there's fault. Now it's bad. Now you fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but once you come to the realization of the issues within yourself and around you, it is your responsibility to take action. In a positive way, obviously, but a lot of us take action in a negative way. It is. You can't be scared. Don't be scared. I'm telling you right now, I was scared too. I was scared to go to, that's why it took me so long to go to mental health. They've been trying to get me to go to mental health when I was in the military, after my situations happened. But, I went, but I didn't really go. I was half-assing. I wasn't really listening to what they were saying. I wasn't really following the things that they told me I should do. I wasn't really, taking their hints and suggestions. I just went just because I had to go, honestly, in the military. And then when I got out the military, I only went because it gave me something to do, or it was like an excuse that I can use for something else later. I didn't really go to it for myself. It took me 5 years later, 4 or 5 years later, to start going to freaking mental health and to start fixing my stuff, because I was scared. I was scared of commitment. I was scared of saying and believing that, hey, everything I was doing was wrong, man. Like, it's all my fault. It was. Everything that has happened is my fault. Not saying that I made it happen, but a lot of situations, I kind of put myself in that position for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really think back, there's any situation that you had, any problem, could have been avoided. You know what I'm saying? If you had just done something else, or if you had thought a different way, or if you had spoke up to somebody or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Once you realize that everything that happens to you is because of you, your life will change. It really will. It really will. Okay? And we're already at 20 minutes. I want to cut it short, but that's what I was trying to say today, man. When a situation happens, you need to handle it ASAP. ASAP. If you can't handle it right here, right now, when it happens right here, right now, then go back home. Sorry, excuse me. Go back to doing what you were doing, but you need to make sure, your responsibility now, to make sure that you remember to handle that situation however you want to do it. What worked for me back in the day, a couple years ago, I used to write sticky notes. I write these things on a sticky note and I place it in my car, refrigerator, wall, wherever. So that way you know and you don't forget. And when you do forget, you're reminded. Okay, just like in my house right here. What do I have? Remember I told you guys this last time. I have these motivational posts, bro. You are blessed. Don't let the tough moments in life pull you away from that truth. What about this one? 6 months from now, you can be in a completely different space mentally, spiritually, and financially. Keep working and believe in yourself. No, that's not enough. That's not all I got. What do you want? The pain of growth or the pain of staying where you are? Come over here to the bathroom real quick. There used to be more, but I took them down. But I kept the ones I needed. Nobody is coming to save you. Get up, be your own hero. Bro, I see this shit every day when I walk in the bathroom. So you don't forget, bro. There's no confusion. There's no misunderstandings. Look at that in my bedroom. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. What about this one? Freaking perfect for everybody. Giving up on your goal because of one setback is like slashing your other 3 tires because you got one flat tire. Okay? Look at this. Positive thoughts at all times. Stop playing yourself. That's what I'm saying. You have to, if you're not going to handle a situation or you can't handle a situation right then and there, you need to, it's your responsibility to remember to remind yourself that you need to handle it. Because if you don't, it's your fault. But you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna let it go, and then the situation is gonna remind you, because when you throw something under the rug, it's still there, bro. Eventually that rug is gonna uncover what the hell's there, whether the wind comes and blows the wind or whatever, it gets exposed, right? You will be reminded about something that you did not take care of, that you should have taken care of. And most likely it's gonna be, now the matter is gonna be worse, but it's gonna get harder. The longer you wait, the harder it takes, the longer it's gonna take to get over it and get through it. Handle your negative situations ASAP. Always in as respectful and as positive of a way as possible. Okay? That's how you get the best results. You need to be grounded when you handle these situations, because it's not whoever else is involved fault, bro. Anything that has to do with you is your fault. So don't try to put blame on other people. All right? Not saying that it's not their fault if they have caused it, because it might be, but in reality, there was always a thing you could have done to not be a part of it, if you really think about it. But in order to understand that, you gotta soften your heart a bit, man. You gotta soften it. You gotta humble yourself. You gotta let the pride and the ego go. I'm telling you, man. A lot of you aren't willing to do that, and at one point, I wasn't willing to do that for a long time. But then when I did, everything changed, man. Everything changed. Okay, humble yourselves. Be respectful at all times. Just keep showing love and compassion whenever you speak, whenever you do things. And karma is real, man. You will get what you do. Energy you put out, you will receive. If not now, it will come back later when you least expect that shit. All right? Just keep being you, man. At the end of the day, all right? I love you guys, and this is why I do this stuff. And I hope somebody can get the message I'm putting out here. If you don't take all of it, take something from it, okay? Something, whatever. And if you can, please share this video, like, subscribe to my YouTube, check out my IG. I got a lot of motivational posts on there. Everything is me, Barish Edwards. My first name, my last name, B-A-R-I-S Edwards, E-D-W-A-R-D-S, at Barish Edwards. Facebook is Barish Edwards 305. But everything else is at Barish Edwards, at Barish Edwards. And I got something else coming on the way. I got some, I don't want to say anything yet, but I'll let y'all know later. But that's it, man. Positive thoughts at all times. Stop playing yourself. Okay? You got this. Yes, you can. You got this, baby. All right? I love you guys. Keep loving yourselves. And keep trying to love everybody around you, all right? We're all going to make it. We will. You just got to believe you will, though. Okay, baby? I love you guys. You got this.